Hello and welcome back to the Education Magazine. Today, we're going to discuss the Indian budget of 2024 for the education sector, which was announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1st. This is an interim budget, which means it is not a full-fledged budget, but rather a summary of the government's plans for the remaining term. So, is this enough for education? Let's find out. The budget 2024 for the education sector has a lot of focus on implementing the National Education Policy or NEP 2020, which aims to make India a Viksit Bharat by 2047. The NEP 2020 is a comprehensive and ambitious policy that covers various aspects of education, such as curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, teacher training, digital learning, and more. The government has allocated 93,224 crore rupees for the education sector, which is a slight increase from the previous year's budget of 92,206 crore rupees. However, this amount is still less than 3% of the GDP, which is the recommended target by UNESCO. One of the major announcements in the budget 2024 for the education sector is the plan to set up more medical colleges by utilizing the existing hospital infrastructure. The government wants to increase the number of doctors and health professionals in the country, especially in rural and underserved areas. A committee will be formed to examine the issues and make recommendations on how to achieve this goal. This is a welcome move, as India currently has a shortage of doctors, with only one doctor for every 1,404 people, according to the World Health Organization. Another important announcement in the budget 2024 for the education sector is the establishment of a corpus of 1 lakh rupees crore with a 50-year interest-free loan for long-term financing or refinancing of the education sector. This is a huge amount of money that can be used to support the infrastructure and quality improvement of educational institutions, both public and private. The government hopes that this will help the education sector to become more self-reliant and competitive in the global market. The government also plans to continue to support the Skill India mission, which has trained 1.4 crore youth, upskilled and reskilled 54 lakh youth, and established 3,000 new ITIs. The Skill India mission is a flagship initiative of the government that aims to provide vocational and technical skills to the youth, especially those who are not enrolled in formal education or are dropouts. The government wants to create a skilled and employable workforce that can contribute to the economic growth and development of the country. The government will also expand the higher education institutions, including 7 IITs, 16 triple ITs, 7 IIMs, 16 AIMS, and 390 universities. The government wants to increase the access and quality of higher education in the country, and also promote research and innovation. The government has also announced a new scheme called Gyan Shakti, which will provide scholarships and fellowships to students pursuing higher education in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics or STEM fields. The government will also encourage female enrollment in higher education, which has gone up by 28%, and in STEM courses, which stands at 43%, one of the highest in the world. The government wants to empower the women and girls of the country, and also bridge the gender gap in education. The budget 2024 for the education sector also has some provisions for the digital transformation of education, such as the e-Vidya program, which will provide online courses and content for students and teachers, the Diksha portal, which will serve as a national digital platform for school education, and the PM Vidya Yojana, which will enable multi-mode access to digital education for all. The budget 2024 for the education sector also has some measures to improve the quality and accountability of education, such as the National Assessment Center or PARIC, which will set standards and benchmarks for student learning outcomes, the National Accreditation Board or NAB, which will accredit the educational institutions based on their performance and quality, and the National Educational Technology Forum or NETF, which will facilitate the exchange of ideas and best practices on the use of technology in education. The budget 2024 for the education sector also has some initiatives to promote the internationalization and diversity of education, such as the Study in India program, which will attract foreign students to study in India, the Global Initiative of Academic Networks or GIAN, which will invite eminent faculty from abroad to teach in Indian institutions, and the INSAT exam, which will assess the scholastic aptitude of foreign students who wish to study in India. So, these are some of the key points from the budget 2024 for the education sector. What do you think of these announcements? Do you think they are enough to improve the education system in India? Do you have any suggestions or feedback for the government? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.